Hey, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to look at this game called Traveler's Rest, which it just came out on Steam about 2 days ago. It has currently a 98% approval rating at almost 200 reviews. I'd say that's pretty impressive. The reason why I want to try it out, because I actually saw another YouTuber named Nookrium playing it maybe a month or two ago. I think it was Nookrium or Splattercat. I can't remember, one of those two. And it was, it looked cool. I like the look of it. The thing that reason why I want to try it though, is it reminds me a lot of a game that I'm making myself. Granted, it's a much different time period. This is definitely more Stardew Valley in its appearance and its aesthetic and all that, where mine is definitely not that. But I thought it'd be fun to have a double header today, where we'll check out Traveler's Rest. That'll be our main marquee gameplay. I'll probably play it for 20-30 minutes or so to get a good feel for it. And then we'll look at my own, because I don't publicize it enough on my own channel, and I figure it might be nice to show it off just a little bit. So I'll do both in one sitting. And there's actually a third game I would love to be able to do, but unfortunately my capture recorder is not fast enough to catch the frame rate. But that's Topia, and I'll just quickly show you the screenshot of that. Because we're not going to play Topia, I can't give you a first impression, but it's another one that's scoring really high in the ratings, and it's one that I picked up last week. And if you're a fan of Sim Golf, this game right here, if you're a fan of Sim Golf, you definitely want to check it out. I'm just going to let you look at the screen, but anyway, I don't want to take up too much more time advertising for other people, but I just want to point that out. Anyway, all right, so we'll take a look at Traveler's Rest and see what we think. All right, so this is a pure first impression. I haven't played a lick of this yet. I literally just downloaded it about 20 minutes ago. I just poured myself my own pitcher of beer here to kind of supplement it. I was going to do this cool video where I opened with me pouring it, and trying to do it myself, it just looks stupid, so it's not going to go in the video. But just know that I tried. So anyway, let's see what happens here. I'm gonna press spacebar. So as you can see, it definitely has the aesthetic of Stardew, which is not a bad thing. I like Stardew Valley a lot. I never really thought that it was worthy for videoing. I think it's a game you just have to play. I don't really have a clue about this one either, but anyway, so you can do your own character select. I guess we'll keep the standard, it's fine. I really don't have a problem with the way the guy looks. I think we'll just keep him as he is. So I usually name my character Slick, so we're gonna do that. Confirm. I know it's I call myself Zippy Wings on the channel, but I usually call myself Slick in the game, so it's fine. Alright, so welcome to Traveler's Rest. The game is currently in early access, which means it's still being developed based on your feedback. If you enjoy your time, please consider leaving a review to support this solo dev project. Thank you. Alright, well this is my review, the video, so hopefully you'll watch it if you are the maker of the game. Alright, so tutorial. I'm sure we can figure it out. Alright, so we have, let's see, spade, sickle. I know you can, oh, hello. WASD to move, shift to run, B or click to build button to build, okay. So you can't really do anything in a game like this without actually having things to do. So I think what we want is, I believe you can pick up the furniture here. I'm guessing. So we go to build mode. Yeah, so I can right click to try to select. Okay, so I gotta click and then it's a little sluggish. I don't know if it's my performance or if it's just the game is sluggish. Alright, left click to. Alright, so you know what, let's do I think we'll put it here. I'm sure that's fine. Alright. Oops. And then I guess do you rotate? All right, R rotates. And then, okay. The customers will also expect their table to be well lit in the evenings, so try placing the candle on the table. Okay. And then exit build mode, right click on the book, on the bar to open your... Okay. Alright, so, oh, that's cool. So you actually got to be near it. Alright. So starting food here will add it to your bar of stock. While your bar isn't stocked, whatever, you will serve gruel. This only rewards a small amount of money and reputation. Okay, yeah, so now it's really starting to sound like my own game. Alright, so, what do I say? Click, let's see, so, here we go. Starting food here will add it to your bar of stock. So I guess I can't do anything until I have inventory, I guess is the point, right? Suppress key to open. Alright, so I guess we'll unlock, can I unlock anything? Okay, so I can't do anything with the tech yet. Alright. Alright, click O or the close sign, open your tavern. Serve some gruel, remember to exit build mode, okay. So let's do that then. So I'm out of build mode. I don't know how to get rid of this window. Alright, what is this? Oh, okay. Well, I can't do anything yet. I'm pretty sure of that, so I don't know how to get rid of... Alright, let's see, let's see, inventory is that. XP is that. Calendar, this is your calendar where important events will be noted over any day marked with a red dot. Okay. So we're starting, of course, on the first day of the year, because why wouldn't we? Yeah, that's actually smart for tax time. You really should open your business that's in January, not December. Makes it a lot easier on you at the end of the year, is what I've heard. So this is your calendar where important events will be noted, however, you do mark with the red dot, and it's events. I don't have any red dots, so I guess I have nothing coming. Alright, so there are 4 months in a year. Alright. So, once again, we're being lied to by video games. Good to know. Alright, let me, I want to move this candle real quick to be in the middle. I think that looks better. I don't want to be terribly OCD, but I'm going to be a little bit OCD. How about that? Alright, alright, so let's go ahead and open. Let's see what happens. Oh, I have a quest. Okay, click on left side of the screen. It'd be nice if I could do this with the tutorial open. But I guess if it goes here, that's fine too. Alright, so we got to serve 6 customers. Your first customers enter the tavern. Provide good service and well-kept tavern. Yes. Alright, so we have opened without having a clue what we're doing. Customers requested an item. Click on the customer to serve them. Okay. So I'm supposing I got to get behind the bar. And click. Click. Oh, serve. Serve. So where's the gruel coming from? I do not know. But that's kind of cool. I get to see them eating gruel. And I don't know if they know each other or if they are perfect strangers. But, uh-oh. This guy's not going to have anywhere to sit. Where are you going to sit, pal? Oh, never mind. I guess it's 6-2 table. Okay. So I beat the game. Yay! No more. I don't need to play anymore. Alright. So I got a new table and some candles. So close the tavern so you can place your new items. Call last orders by pressing O or clicking the open sign. This will prevent new customers from entering your tavern. Okay. Alright, we'll just click on this sign. Pressing or clicking sign again will force your tavern to close, but you will lose reputation. Instead, I'll wait. Okay. So if it's in last, that means they get to finish their food. And I'm not going to kick them out because, there's a fire or anything. That's nice. Tomorrow will take us away far from home. Oh, so it's like an RPG. So I like the ambience. If you listen to these people chat there. Table has become dirty. Click and hold the table to clean it. Okay. When your customers have dirty your floor, jerk. Press 2 or click on the Tavern Vision button to highlight the dirt. Alright, so this is Tavern Vision. Oh, there it is. Tavern Vision will highlight important objects such as dirty tables. So there's a lot to remember, but that's fine. I don't dislike that at all. So clean the floor by selecting the mop and clicking the stain. Alright, so this is the mop here. So set at the table using your new, okay, well I want to clean the dirt first, right? Using a new item, okay, it's fine. Let's do the mop first. Can I do that? Oh, there we go. Oh, I just hit the floor with a mop, cool. I can't mop the table. I don't know, how do I? Clean the floor and tavern vision, yep. Okay, click and hold the table to clean, okay. So I gotta click and hold it. Alright, so let's click and hold. Ah, here we go. Alright, that's cool. So, wow, I closed it first thing in the morning. I mean, you're a responsible tavern owner. Alright, so we're going to do another table here. Hopefully it won't get in the way. Click on the bench. Yep. Click on another bench, R to rotate. I don't think that was in the tutorial. I think I just had to guess that. Okay. Not done though. I want my candle. Alright, so I gotta do another one to... Alright, so open this back up. It's not weird at all that we've opened and closed in the middle of the morning. Not weird at all. Alright, must be what angels drink. So, am I supposed to mop that, I guess? Alright, so it's kind of cool that I can just serve without having to overthink it. Better not rain tomorrow, or I shall revolt against the weather. Clean, clean. Thank you. Alright, pal, you can wait. I gotta clean. I'm told that I can hit the people with a mop, and I'm trying not to do that. So, although that would be kind of funny if I accidentally did that. Actually, I should do that because I keep dirting my floor. I hit him with a mop. Okay. Oh, clean the table, but they're still there. So it's a bit of one of those time management games like Diner Dash. A little bit. Alright, stir tin. Ooh, okay, I got a reward. You can now stir porridge and grog. Right click on the book and it'll add porridge to the stock inventory. Alright, right click. So I gotta put porridge. Can I just move it? Okay, good. Grog. Can I put that there? Inventory. No, okay, I don't know. Alright, right click on the beer tap to add the keg. Oh, okay. That's how that works. Alright, there we go. Okay. I guess that's fine, alright. So if I just move out... Oh, you coming back for more? Ooh, you are hungry. Alright, stir 5 bowls of porridge. I keep hearing the Metal Gear Solid alert. You can now unlock your crafting room. When you're ready, close up and head to the north side of the tavern. Alright, well let's clean a little bit first. Oh, okay. I keep making the mistake of just holding the button down, but you actually just have to press it. So if I want to hit this guy, I can't? Okay. Yeah, I know it's dirty, because you guys are pigs. I don't know what to tell you about that. Your moms didn't treat you very well. Or train you, is what I meant to say. What'd you see? So I'm also... here too, you can actually hire help to help you with stuff, so that would be useful, I would think. Because again, these people are pigs. Customer requested a beer. Click on all the beer tab to create a beer, and click the customer to serve them. Okay. I guess I will do that first. Let's first give this guy some gruel. Alright, and I gotta hold the tap. No keg. No. Oh, here's where the keg is. I don't know how to get rid of that 1, 2, 3. But it would be nice to be able to figure that out. How much porridge do I still have here? I don't know. Finally, time to Did you just pee on the floor, dude? He seriously looked like he just wet the floor on his way in. You know, there are bathrooms in the world. I don't know where they are. I don't think my tavern has one. But you didn't have to go on the floor. There's a fireplace right there. No one would notice. Alright. Pull the tap. Oh, I see. So, serve the grog, dude. Do I not have any more grog? Ah, boy. Hold on. I thought... Oh, I see. Okay. I'm trying to... Oh, there we go. Okay. No keg. Did I serve you? I hope so. Oh, yeah, I did. Cool. Alright. So it's a little hectic. A little difficult to serve and clean. Yeah, I know. Because, again, pigs. But, you know, I am a soldier of cleanliness, and I plan to keep you all happy. Because I'm going to get my reputation up here. I must know you don't see me. Alright, you know what? I'm going to... I don't know how many... do I still have... Oh, I do. Cool. Yay! I served 5 grogs a mug. 5 grogs a mug. I said that. I really did. Alright, I don't know if I have enough porridge to satisfy everybody's needs here. But hopefully they'll stop coming when I run out of food. I'd like to know where this gruel is coming from. I don't remember importing it from anywhere. Ooh, nice. So, I'm almost halfway to my reputation goal. So, I'm not entirely sure when I'm supposed to close. Come on. Alrighty. I aim to please. Alright, I really don't care who came first. As long as you all get your beer, it's all good. Get out of my face. Okay. Your tavern has become cold. If you use fireplace, keep your tavern at the perfect temperature. So I'm guessing I need the firewood. Alright, so... How do I do this? Open... Open, open, open. Alright. I have no idea how to do this. Oh. You want beer, I guess? Come on. There you go. Clean. Oh, I know it's dirty. You know, it's funny how they state the obvious, as if I can't see that for myself. Alright, get out of my face. Go home. Your wife misses you. Your kids are funny looking. Get a job. Okay. Clean, clean. So I wonder at some point it probably will matter what order I give these people attention. Oh crap, okay. Alright, it's time to close the bar. Last call. No keg. No keg. No keg. You, my friend, we're gonna go without beer. I'm trying, dude. I don't know how to do it. Wow. My reputation went tank. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is why I can't clean, because I don't have my mop set. Set them up! Come on. Wow, I lost all my reputation because I didn't have fire in the fireplace. That's hardcore. I like it. I wish I knew how to put the thing in here. It says open, but I can't open it. How do I do this? Open the thing, please. What's this? Alright, paper coaster. Oh, I should have been putting that. You know what? Let's put that on here real quick. Do I have to go to build mode to put in fire? Is that the problem? Is that why I can't do this? Move, no. I still don't understand how to do this. I mean, I have logs, so that's not... Alright, so do I have to go into my inventory? Is that why I can't do this? Oh, you know, I bet that was the problem. Let's see here. So if I go into... oh, I have to right-click. Okay. That's why. Okay, I got it, you know. Alright. So now we have fire in an empty tavern at 11:30 at night. Ah, that's good. Alright. So we're gonna right-click. Alright, so I have to, you basically have to right-click everything. That's how this works. So if you don't right-click, you aren't going to be doing much. That's good. That's good to know. Alright, so it's almost midnight. Let's go see what's upstairs. It's getting late. Call last... Yeah, I already said it all out. Call last orders. Give your customers a chance to finish your drinks before closing up. Too late. Increase your tavern reputation. Unlock the renting rooms. Okay. So I can't do anything until I have higher reputation. Select crafting room found on the north side of the tavern. I guess that's this up here. Oh. Ooh, I have a chest. This is your bedroom. Sleep in the bed to save the game. If you stay up too late, you'll pass out. So another Stardew holdover. Alright. So I have some logs left over. You can also hit escape to back out of things. Alright, well I guess we'll make bed or sleep in bed. How do I go to bed? Again, I don't... Oh, okay, I see. Now can I sleep in it? Okay, yes. So I guess you have to make the bed before you sleep in it? I'm not sure. A little unusual. Click a save to override that can create a new one. Please keep multiple saves during early access to avoid losing progress. You know, I don't really care about progress. This is all a test. Alright, so... New save. Alright, and we're back to next day. So that's cool. Alright, well, let's go ahead and we'll call it a day on this. This is just, you know, kind of a preliminary run to see how it goes and see if we like it. I do. I think it's pretty cool. But listen, we're not going to go away yet. There's a little bit more to this video that I want to go over. I want to actually show off my own game that I've been working on since 2009, off and on. The only reason why I'm doing that in this video is because they're not terribly unlike each other. Different themes entirely. But if you've gone like way back to the archives of my channel, you'll already know what the game is. But again, because I don't advertise it much anymore, because I'm still at a point where it's not really marketable, I haven't been doing much to show it. But you can see fuller videos in earlier days. But anyway, let me go ahead and show that to you real quick. So don't go away. Hold on one second. So this is a game I've been working on since 2009. It's called Entrepreneur: The Beginning, and it's about building a business empire through the adventure setup. It's modern day. It's not fantasy or anything. It takes place in 1985, and it's in kind of the Western United States is the backdrop. The main story is it's a guy that's fresh out of high school, just lost his girlfriend to the jock, the big stud of the city, and the guy challenges him to a bet. If he wants to win the girl back, he's got to beat him out of business off. And so it's got this whole 80s vibe. It kind of blatantly rips off movies like Karate Kid and Better Off Dead and a few others. It does. The current version's got a little bit of pop culture references from the time. I'm gonna probably be backing off some of that for whenever I go public on this one, because I don't want to use licensed characters in a game that's meant for the public. Right now they're all placeholders, so you may see some characters in here that won't show up in the final version. That said, I'm going to probably skip over the intro anyway, because I just told you what it's about and you don't really need to see the whole thing. So I just want to get right to the gameplay, and also try to do my best to skip over some of the stuff that definitely will be changing for reasons that are necessary. But I do want to just kind of go over just some of the features that it has. So I'll go ahead and show you what I have. So right now you can select easy, normal, hard. Custom is not entirely in place yet. That'll come in later down the road when I'm near the end of production on it. And then random is just sort of like if you play RimWorld, it's the Randy mode where anything goes. It's just whatever. So you really don't know what you're going to end up with. I prefer normal mode because that normal is the intended branch. But what you do is you start off with $100 in your pocket. The money goal is just when you hit that mark, you win the game. Obviously, you can change that in the custom mode, but easy, normal, hard, it changes. One reason why I don't like playing easy because the money goal is a little low. But the normal mode, and again, this may change, but I'm not right now. This is just where we are. I've got the 1.2.1 version active, and I've been struggling to get the 0.2 up because I've been reworking all of the scripts because I am a very inefficient programmer. Well, I'm not even a programmer. That's part of the problem. I'm a writer. If you've explored my channel, you know that I'm more of a writer than a game player or maker. This is something I do on the side mainly for the storytelling. But the engine I'm using called the OHR RPG CE, it uses a scripting language called Hamster Speak, which is not C#, it's not C+, or anything like that. It's its own thing. And it's designed mainly for people like me who are not programmers, but who can still kind of figure things out. So I've kind of hit a wall where I need to use arrays and Hamster Speak does not use them natively, so I've been trying to figure out how to simulate them using its language. And it's been challenging both in action and in mentality. So I've been kind of falling behind on production on this. That's 'cause I really would have been a lot farther along than I am right now if not for that. But that's one of the dangers of using the wrong engine for the type of game you want to build. This engine's made for RPGs. So if you've seen some other games on my channel like Walthros, and which is the most recent thing I have on here, those are all made using this engine that are designed, an engine designed for making those types of games. So this game is not the type of game. This game is more in line with what you just saw me play, the Traveler's Rest. Sorry. But anyway, so so you have start off with 100. Your money goal is 5,000 for this difficulty. So persuasion, access, popularity, and reputation are all things you need to worry about if you want to succeed. So persuasion, this is more for when you need to get things done that are not kosher. There is an element in this game where you can do things the kind of underhanded, under the table kind of way, if you know what I mean. And if you don't know what I mean, you'll figure it out. But the higher your persuasion, the more likely you will get what you want done, regardless of your ethics. Access is for your business. The higher your access number, the more reliable you are. So if that number goes down, right now 20, no one really knows you. You're not really established, so they don't really have an opinion. They'll show up, but access is important because it's tied in with reputation. The better your access, the more likely people will show up, and the better your ultimate reputation will be. Popularity is just how often will people show up. Again, just think of it like real life. If McDonald's is more popular than Five Guys. Five Guys probably has a better reputation, but it doesn't matter if McDonald's is getting all the customers. So the higher your popularity, the more customers you get. And then reputation is how reliable you are. Again, reputation is more important for when you're dealing with the public, and if you're trying to have favors from the public. Again, reputation is kind of like the sane version of persuasion, where persuasion would be more for those who want to do things more inappropriately. So anyway, that's kind of how it's set up. Okay, so I just got through all the intro stuff. Skip the tutorial. I don't really need it. I know how to play the game. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to go through kind of a basic overview of what the game is. I'll show you the first day's worth of gameplay. You can kind of get a sense of it. I'm going to just try my best to stay away from all the pop culture, other references, just again, 'cause I don't want to cause any issues here. But again, they're all placeholders anyway. But essentially what this is again, it's business empire building. There is an adventure involved. The graphics are 8-bit because it was made for an 8-bit contest initially, and I may end up making it more 16-bit in the future. I don't know yet. The music is by a guy named Mr. 8-bit, who is one of two halves of the Glock and Mr. 8-bit group. He's the one that does the music for a lot of the games I play on here, like Walthers, Kaiju Big Battle, and all of those. So he did me a favor years ago and made the initial soundtrack for this. I don't think he ever finished it, so I did have to buy some more tracks in Game Dev Market recently. So this will have a slightly different soundtrack at some point. But anyway, what we're doing is we're going to go around and we're going to build our coffee empire. We just got the mandate from our instructor, our sensei, if you will. It's Mr. Miyagi, if you know anything about Karate Kid, but it'll be a different character when the game's done, who's trying to train us in the art of coffee making so that we can defeat the bully. And you can explore the city, you can look inside of stores, if you want. Hybrid City's the name of the city. The whipping shed is where our trainer lives, so if we ever get stuck, we don't want to do something, we just go there and get some information on how to do it. So what the way the game is played, it's a lot like real life. It's not your traditional RPG where you just get a menu and you start selecting stuff. You actually go shopping. So remember, your whole goal is to build a coffee empire. So that means you have to get ingredients. So when you're just starting out, one of the best places to find coffee ingredients, I kid you not, is the trash can. So you search in the trash. Buckstar is our hero's name. You can figure out why he's named Buckstar if you read it backwards. There's quite a bit of refuse in here, but I do see a used coffee filter. Perhaps I'll take it. So now I have filters for my coffee. It's not the most sanitary way of handling things, but you know, it's a way. Now, one of the things I'm going to be doing probably for 1.2.3 is I'm going to be making the dimensions wider so that this window here will actually be over here, so you can see the whole screen better. But right now, the aspect ratio is 320 by 200, so I don't have a lot of room, but that will change. So we can talk to the shopkeeper if we want to. Shop chat, never mind. If we shop without having items, he's going to berate us. We have nothing in our coffee, or nothing in our shopping cart. Sorry, I see Molly Ringo. What'd you say? So, whenever you shop, you have to actually get something in the cart. So, what you can do is you can explore the shelves. When you look at the shelves, they'll tell you what's on there, and then you can decide if you want it, take it or leave it. If you do take it, you can do left or right to determine your units, or you can just type them in. Let's say you want 40, just type 41. You can do 21, doesn't matter. But you have to pay attention to how much it costs. So for every $22 you spend, you'll get 10 servings. Okay, so and this tells you what your how it's going to affect your coffee. So your base coffee will always be this, because remember, Hawaiian beans, that is your base. So anytime you make a cup of coffee using this base, it'll automatically gain these attributes. Okay, so the only reason why you have more than one package is if you want to have more than 10 servings. So right now, we can only afford one, but we might want to just look a little longer before we go shopping. So right now I'm going to hit escape because I don't want it. You can also hit enter. Like if you go in, you decide to take it, and you realize you don't want it anymore, it's going to recognize that you have nothing. So if you hit enter on 0, I don't really want this stuff, so I won't add. Now, if we go over here to the store powder, this is something we can afford. This is the basic level, and it tells you, it's pre-ground, pretty generic. That's kind of code for this is the one you should start with. Later on, when I have a more active tutorial, I'll go through and make sure you know exactly what's going on. But you have the option again, take or leave. If I leave it, I don't need it. But if I decide I want it, I'll take it. I'm going to take the 1. And what that does is I acquire the store brand, and now it's in my shopping cart. Now, it doesn't mean I own it. It just means it's in my shopping cart. If I go to my inventory, items menu, coffee supplies, the store powder's in my inventory so far, but I don't actually own it yet. So you'll see that it shows I have nothing left. So I don't actually own it. All I did is I accessed the ability to look at it, but I don't officially have it. Now the filters, on the other hand, which is we got out of the trash can, I do have those. I picked up 5 in particular, so I can use 5 filters before I run out. So that's just something to factor in. So we don't actually own a coffee pot yet, so we will need one of those. So right now you'll see that it costs $75. We do need it. We're going to buy it because we need it. And you'll see that I'm already up to $90, and I only have 100. So I probably can't go any further. I could buy a bean grinder, but I can't afford that, so I'll leave. If I go down here, new filter 15 again, I can't afford that. If I want a coffee pot and something to make it 150. So that's the thing, is I can't afford this stuff. So all I can do is buy this much. Now I have one other option. I'll show you that in a minute, but we're going to go ahead and buy this. We're not going to chat. You can do that when you play the game. Chat is just to find out what's going on in the world. So you have to actually talk to the shopkeeper in order to buy the stuff. So, well, good looks your money, or well, it looks like your money's good. Good luck with the coffee brewing. If you need garnishes and supplies, there's a grocery store a couple blocks away. So we're going to actually probably go there to the grocery store because we do have $10 left. So if you look in the funds available, that's how much you've got left. Now, I told you there's one thing more you can do. Let's say I decide I want the Hawaiian beans after all. Well, what you're going to find is if I go to the register, try to shop, I can't afford it, right? So I'll put some of it back. If I need to put it back, I can just go to this return bin, And this looks like a return bin for anyone who changes his mind about his purchases wholesale and wants just to leave the store without revisiting shelves. That's actually the only way to return right now is through the return bin. So you can just leave your items there and it'll go away. But maybe you really do want the item. So let's say I don't want the beans, but maybe I want the filters, because maybe used garbage filters aren't good enough. Well, you're going to see I can't afford it. But what if I just left? Uh-oh. Now I have a choice to make. There's some stuff in my shopping cart that I haven't paid for. Should I buy it, return to the shop, or try to walk out with it anyway? You can actually try to thieve the store, and this is where your persuasion comes in. Your persuasion score depends on how successful you are to leave the store with your items. Now we're not going to do it because we're going to leave the unpaid items here. We're not going to thieve the store right now. We don't really need to. But ultimately, that's what you want to try to do. Is you want to get the items you need in order to start. So now, if you want to ever sell yourself, like let's say you bought something you don't want anymore, Sapphire's Consignments, you just go down here. Which, if I ever do another version of the game, I'll probably move the store so it's something more accessible. But you can look at the signs here. But you can sell your stuff with Sapphire. I don't want to though, so I'm not going to. But this is where you come if you decide that you don't actually need something you bought. Okay. So what I like to do is before I do any other shopping, I like to see what's in the trash cans to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. Because again, if I'm finding cups, I don't really need to buy them. Same thing. The other trash cans up here. There's 3 on this map. The next map to our west is going to have 2. So it helps to explore your town as much as you can initially. Now one thing I want to emphasize is that on the first day, your clock won't actually start until you start working. So right now you'll see that the NA is on your cycle change. I don't know why this is not showing. I got to fix that. But it's June 10th, 1985 in this particular story. It's something I'll figure out in a future day. But I've made it intentionally that the clock will not run on this opening act, so you have some time to figure out where you are and how to find things. So if you need to do some exploring, figure out what things are, this is the place to do that. Okay, Hybrid Wholesale is a shop you can enter, but you need to have a reputation score of 3 stars, which is something you earn when you get the Coffee Critic later on in the game, which we're not going to see in this demo. But this is the way over to Pine Alley Drive, which is where you do all the lawn mowing and all the chores for money. Again, it takes a few days to be able to get to the point where you can do that, which we're not going to do here. Pawn Shop is if you find any broken stuff, you can bring it here and sell it, because it's a pawn shop. I have a very low opinion of pawn shops, so I made mine particularly seedy. Anyway, so right now we're going to go to Corner Grocery. This is where we're going to get the rest of our equipment. I don't need to explore all of this. I know exactly what I want. I'm going to go right to the cups. So it's $8 a bag, and you get 50 cups per bag, so that's pretty good. You'll find that comfort bonus and quality bonus. Basically, you get a quality bonus for using cups that are fresh and not dirty. Comfort is just because it's a cup. It's not burning your customer's hand. Later on, I'm going to have it so that you have different grades of cups, where you have paper cups, polystyrene cups, and then plastic cups. And then, of course, mugs and all of that. So depending on what you're carrying will depend on your customer's tolerance of holding the cup. So the thinner your cup, the more they're going to hate you. Is essentially how it's going to go. So the other thing I want is sodas. They will ask for sides. So I'm going to start at the most basic level. Buy my stuff here. Alright, so now we're empty. We got no more money. So we're going to go ahead and use what we've got now to open shop. Now at the start of the game, the only place you can open shop is at the park. At some point I'm going to allow you to actually buy a business somewhere. I don't know when I'm going to implement that. It's not in the game yet, but whenever that happens, I'm going to be opening up other opportunities. But for now, everything happens in this park area. So you have to rent it from this guy named the Leasing Agent. He's actually in the full version. Whenever I get around to finishing it, he'll be the big bad. But you won't defeat him until deep chapters into the game. Take you 100 hours to get to him. So don't worry too much about him for now. So basically his first challenge for you is going to be for you to make him coffee to see if he likes your business. Because he's not going to invest in you if he doesn't like what you give him. Okay, so he's basically telling you that he's not sure if coffee will catch on. Again, it's 1985. You know, we don't really have anything other than Dunkin' Donuts in '85. But he's giving you a chance to prove your worth. So what you're going to do is you're going to establish your base camp. So you're going to put your garnishes here, your supplies here, coffee cups here. Okay, and then you're going to set your machine. Right now, I've got it scripted where you can only put your coffee pot here. I'm going to make it so you can set it wherever you want down the road. But your main job now is to set the coffee pot on the table and then activate it. And that's going to do is it's going to take up one of your power units. You will be paying for these individually. So you start off with a maximum of 3. If you want more, you have to buy them. It's a bit of a gimmick, but it's fine. Then then you actually have to make the coffee. So the way you do that is you use the coffee pot and you got to select your filter. I'm going to make it eventually where you can do things out of order and really mess up your game, but it's not in yet. So right now you got to go in order. So you have to actually put in the filter before you can put in the powder. And so I'm going to make the maximum, which is 5 units for this particular machine. And then there's nothing more I can add, so I'm going to hit done. And we're just going to wait a minute for it to brew. Every machine you buy has a storage limit, so the basic coffee pot only allows you to build 5 servings at a time. So what you can do now is you can get the coffee, but you have to have a cup. So if I try to get the coffee, nothing's going to happen because I don't have any cups. So I have to actually go get my cup before I can do it. So I go to my cups, and then this is where your side items will also be. We're going to get the new paper cup because it's healthier. We're not going to do any soda because we don't need any. Now we're going to go and we're going to get the coffee. Alright, so we have the coffee, and now we're going to talk to the lease agent. So you got my coffee, do you? Hope it's good. Now this stuff ain't very good, but you're learning, and I'm confident you'll get better in time, so I'll start recommending your business. Thanks. Now don't forget, come see me in the office in the morning. Power won't be back on until after today unless you do. I'll be there. So basically you have to go visit him on the next day if you want to continue your business. Okay. So there's a renting thing involved and all that. So the thing with this game is it does try to dabble in a little bit of realism. It's not hyper real, but it is. It does respect the idea of doing things in stages in the right order. So there's very little that's magical about the game. So it takes about 20 seconds for your first person to come in. So they'll come in. You'll talk to them. So all the customers are named after people from the OHR community. Sachinzi is a guy that's in the community. The people who come in are they're based on addiction. So the higher their addiction, the more likely they'll come first. But you can see that so he's coming back for seconds. So he's going to want some coffee, average acid greatness. So again, you have to go to the cup. Now, when you go to the pot, you're going to see how many servings are left. So I only got 4 left. So I'm going to get the coffee. Now, this is where I keep my garnishes. I don't think I've bought any garnishes, but here's where I would find them. I don't have any, so I can't give them anything. So we're just going to give them that. Okay. So the deeper into the game you get, the better you can do your coffee, dress it up and all that. But because we're on bare bones, and we're serving garbage coffee, or we're serving coffee out of a garbage filter. All right, so if you have this nobody staying along, what you got to do is you got to move along, tell them to speed it up, so then they'll show up. Okay. And then if you ever get a guy that you just don't want in your line, you can bounce them. Bouncing means that you don't have to serve them. You get rid of them. Now it'll hurt your reputation a little bit, and it hurts your popularity. But it saves you from damaging your reputation by giving them coffee they don't like, because they do have problems with being picky. Now in the future, I'm going to have a pop-up window that'll actually show you, the kind of the projection of what they really want. So you won't have to be totally based on memory, but you know, but they're he's basically, you just saw he wants to be wowed. That means he's got a high requirement for happiness. Now you'll see my pot's empty, so I actually have to make more. I'll just discard the filter, and then we'll put in another filter. We'll put in, I like to put in 2 units at the end of the day, because I don't trust that these people are gonna wait for me. Now do bear in mind that they do have a patience meter, so the longer it takes you to serve them, the more likely they're gonna get upset. If you don't talk, if you wait to talk to them for too long, they'll leave your line, and that's gonna affect your reputation also. Alright, so he's leaving. Now in the meantime, if you want to recycle, you can search your own trash can, and it's going to bring back anything that you've discarded. Same thing with cups. You can also talk to your customers if you want. So if I want to go talk to Moogle, I can see what he's about. Hi. You're probably... until Leasing Agent pulls the plug. Yep. I may please you to know that I have encountered 7 different devices. Make an excellent cup of coffee. If you get them all, your business will be unstoppable. I mean, okay, blah, blah, blah. I do have to fix it to where he actually stops and talks to you. So you can take it to the tray if you want. And so now you'll see that used paper cups are now on the list. So again, I like to empty the thing. Take the tray. I'll probably eventually have it so you can go to inventory. Alright, so you just threw out his cup. And you just keep taking them out until there's none left. Alright, so we've got all the empty cups. Now, we probably served our last customer. Yeah, so this is what we call dead hour. If you persistently do 60 points of reputation or higher each business day, you'll run the risk of having a second wave of customers, which is good if you so when dead hour comes in, the second wave will typically come in. But because we don't have that right now, we don't actually have anything more to do. So this is what we would actually want to do. If you know you're not going to have any more businesses, but you still have coffee left over, you don't really want to waste it. So what I would do is just get a used paper cup, because it doesn't really matter at this point, because it's going to be bad anyway. And then just get the coffee, and then what you want to do is put it on the holdover tray. So so you're going to set the coffee down. All right, that way if anybody comes in, later on, you can just pick it off the tray. Bear in mind that once it goes on the holdover tray, it does start to cool. So if you look at the tray, you're going to see the coffee 1. It's going to tell you what the status is. This temperature will gradually get closer to cold the longer it sits on the tray. And this just tells you what's in it. So if you have a particular picky person, you can pick the one you want. So, and then I can just empty the filter. And then while we're at it, may as well just recycle. So I don't think I have it scripted where they get emptied overnight, but eventually I probably will. So you can kind of decide what you want. So this is basically the game. And then during the start of business hour, you're going to find that the clock is working. Again, the date will show up whenever I fix it. I don't know why it's broken. This will not update on the screen. It's only going to update each time you look at it. I do have a special mode where I'm going to have more features in the later on. So this is not in the current game. This is something that's going to show up when I move to the 1.23 display limit. You'll see that this is more accurate. I also have temperature scripted, but it's not in this version of the game. So again, these are things you'll see eventually. This is all work in progress. So because nobody's going to come in, I can just go ahead and close the shop up. That means no one's going to come in. Later on, when I get the open sign, I'll be able to manually open and shut by the open sign. And then, there's just going to be little things here and there I'm going to add. But you want to close up so that you don't gain a loss of access. Now you're going to find that I now have more money because of that. So I have $17 in my account. So if I wanted to go buy more stuff, I can. But we don't really want to do that yet because we want to make sure that we can afford the rent. It's going to be $10 a day at this particular facility. So So right now what we're going to do is just going to round the clock. We'll go, I didn't show you Buck's house, but it doesn't hurt to go and check out his house before you get into the actually, sorry, if you hold shift you can run. You don't have to walk around, you can actually run. It's me and my newspaper guy, which you'll be able to buy newspapers and sell them to your customers for their coffee. When they drink their coffee, they can read the newspaper. But that's coming in the later version. It's not accessible now. So this is Buck's house, where he does a lot of his, where he can, I almost got to the mail line. Okay. Don't worry about the things there. I'll solve about it later. So anyway, at the end of the day, you'll have a report. And so it tells you how much we earned. So we made $12 off of our coffee and our sodas. It just takes the sum total of all your coffees. All my coffee is exactly the same, so they are all worth 2 points. So that's why it's all 2. The average customer wanted 17, so we didn't hit that mark, unfortunately. I had 4 unique customers visit. I only gave them 4 cups. Remember, it doesn't count the lease agent's cups, so technically I served 5, but actually I think I served 6. So I may be off by 1 on that one. I'm not sure. Again, numbers I'll have to solve in time. So this is the satisfaction score. This is what you want to hit 60 or higher each day in order to combat dead hour. So right now we got 25%, so we're not going to have a dead hour bonus on day 2. So we need to have that. I don't have a best customer because they all end up kind of having the same ending. Your best customer will be the one that basically is the happiest and spends the most money. So you have 4 screens. It just tells you everything that you, nothing went bad, and so that's good. This breaks down how much you've earned per item. You'll get tips when they really are impressed with your coffee. And then you have a sickness counter. So anything that, like if you basically poison them, they'll get sick. In a later version, I'll have a hospital that you'll send them in. You do have broke customers. These are people who come in without money, and they just waste your time. Cheapskates are the people who they don't want to pay the money that you're charging. Snobs are those who think they're too good for your coffee. Abandonment is when they don't want to wait anymore. Bounce is when you have somebody in your line that you don't want to serve for whatever reason. So it tracks all your money. So we spent 100, we gained 17, so we lost 83 for the day. All right, so now we can do time skip. That means that in the future, if we don't want to, walk around town, if we just want to fast forward when we're done, we can use time skip. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay, so now we're going to go look at the leasing agent, and he's down south. So what he's going to do is he's going to kind of give us our business plan, and we're going to be committed to whatever we choose. So we will need to do that. So I go over to his office real quick. We'll talk to him. I'll just show you what that's like. So this is his lair. His little crazy lair here. Alright, so again, I'm not going to read his text. You can read it when you play the game. But he's giving you a breakdown of what he charges. So $50 a week, $175 a month. So you can kind of pick what your... It's kind of like when you buy services online. You can either do monthly or yearly. It's kind of the same deal here. All you can really afford in the beginning is the daily, so you will have to pick the daily one. So that's what we're going to do. So now that he's given us power, we can actually use our pavilion. If we ever want to upgrade our services, we can do that down here. And so this is where you can increase. Right now we already have 3, so we don't really need to do that, so we'll just close. And if you want to spy on your business rivals, you can go to the business actions and see what the reports are. So it tells you all your people you're working with. Now, Chad Armstrong is your direct rival. So this tells you what he made in a day. You're going to find later on there's a lot of stuff you're working with, like unsecured security means that in the middle of the night you can sneak on their property and sabotage it. I don't have any of that in play right now. But yeah, that's just kind of an overview of what you can do. And so now we're down to $7, I believe. So it doesn't give us a lot of money to buy anything. So what we do want to do, some of our good practices is in order to make more money is we want to first of all check our mailbox. because sometimes people will send us money in the mail. So I think the first 2 days it doesn't matter a whole lot, but you do want to try to make a habit of checking your mail whenever you can. Starting on day 3, you'll always start your day at home. So we only start in the middle of town for the first couple of days, just to kind of make things easier for the player, but you will eventually have to get used to starting here, which makes it much easier to check your mailbox. So we're going to do that first. You'll find that up there in the corner there I had a toolbox on the table. That's if you ever find broken things in the trash. If you want to take the time to repair them, you can do that, but you have to first buy the tools at the tool shop. So you have the box, but you don't have the tools. Yeah, I know, it's kind of backwards. Again, I don't have anybody. The newspaper's not active yet, so I can't show that off. What we can do is we can, again, search the trash, see what we're working with. Now his running is based on stamina, so the more you run, the better he'll get at it, and the longer he'll hold it. So it doesn't hurt to run as often as you can, because you will build up your endurance. At some point I'll have a meter that you can actually see. Alright, so we got a radio. Radio is actually one of the lower priced items, or the lower valued items. Oh, you know what, actually let me show you, hold on, items, sorry. You can actually see what we own. So I have one can of soda left, I just want to show that off. But since we got the radio, what we can do now is we can take it to the pawn shop. The pawn shop's the only one that takes broken items. You cannot take broken items to the consignment shop. So we'll talk to the pawn shop guy, and we'll let him take our item off our hands. So it was worth $2 to him. So if we had some tools, we could probably fix it and then make it worth the full price, which I believe is $50. But we don't have that. So, but what we do have is now we have enough money to buy a garnish. So we'll go back to the grocery store. We'll go inside the dairy and we'll get some cream. So now we can put cream in our coffee. So I'll just show you what that looks like when we do that. Alright, so we got $4 left. You know, we should probably actually buy a bit more soda. We'll buy 2 sodas. Now, whoops. Oops, I didn't mean to do that either. I should have. Okay, so you can do the right thing. That's what I meant to do, and that means you have an opportunity to go back to and talk to the guy. All right, so now we'll go in back to the base there. See how much time we have left. 2 minutes. I think we've done all that we can on this. So again, there's other maps in the game. They'll unlock depending on the day. So, oh, I don't have any. No, it's not triggerable. I think it is down here. Again, you'll be able to do all that in the future. Okay, so basically what we're doing is we're finding out we can't go outside this area yet. But when we can go to to pastry shops and to a health market and things like that. So we have more options. So the goal is we'll be able to at some point be able to use anything in our business that we can buy. So like if you want to buy a donut, you'll be able to sell a donut to your patrons. It's a good idea to get this going before. Oh, I forgot to. Oops. I'm probably going to be stuck on the used coffee. Oops. That's okay. We weren't that popular yesterday. Probably not going to get a lot of people today. One thing you can do too is advertising. If you find that your popularity is bad, which you'll check here in the business tab. 6 out of 200 means we will get some people, but it's probably not going to be impressive. Maybe just enough. But what we can do though is if you need it and ever improve your popularity, you just go to the ad guy down next to Leasing Agent, buy some flyers, posters, and put them on trees. And so you can gain but you're going to eventually come to a point where you can put too much and then, incur the wrath of the environmentalists. So there's a bit of a balance in this game where every decision you make has both pros and cons. So you always want to kind of balance what you want before you make any firm decision. So let's look at our current coffee here. So you'll see that it's at dead, means that anybody who drinks it, they're not going to like it. It's going to be worth $1. So what I'm going to do is first guy orders coffee, they're going to get dead coffee just so I can get rid of it. Which is something you can do if you want. How are we doing on time? 25 seconds. So we're about to open. At some point you'll be able to choose whether or not you open in the morning or afternoon. Right now it's default to afternoon, but it won't always be that way. So we'll just again wait for the people to come. Oh, I forgot one more thing is the customer list. You can find out who your customers are by looking at their profiles, and you can see like what they're working with. And so if you ever want to really get to know them, the undiscovered means you haven't figured out what they like yet. You have to talk to them and kind of serve them by trial and error to find out what they want. So eventually you're going to find out that Chinzy may love sugar, and so if you see that he loves sugar, then you want to always give him sugar, and he'll thank you. But if he hates sugar, never give him sugar or he'll despise you. And then if he's allergic to sugar, then you're going to make him sick. So it never hurts to oh, and then they have their own reputation amounts. So it never hurts to find out what they're all about. In the version I have in the working right now, you'll also be able to find out what jobs they do, how they're making their money. Because every customer has their own dynamic wallet. It's not based on random actions. Everything is based on script or based on dynamics. So it's a very involved background game. All right, so he wants to dash of greatness. We'll assume he wants cream. All right, so we'll get the coffee. Put a little bit of cream in there. Okay, one's good. This is where you do your toppings. I don't have any, so we won't do anything there. And if I ever want to stir it up, like if I get stirs later, I can get that off of the garnish table in the finishers. Okay. So he likes their coffee. We'll give him another one. He didn't seem that impressed with my cream, so I'm just gonna serve it to him without cream. It's the same amount of money, so I may as well save the cream. So if you find that if something you add doesn't make a difference, then you don't need to add it. You can save the ingredient for the future. But now this guy, I don't know his reputation for his cream, so I'm going to give him cream to see if he likes it. Now you do want to be aware that dairy spoils over time. Alright, so he liked cream, so I'll know in the future he'll want cream. Alright, so I'm out of coffee, so I'm just going to give him what's on the dead hour, or what's, I'm going to give him the dead coffee. So he can just take it and like it. Alright. Alright, so I wasn't able to give either of them much. Oh, James Page is the name of the guy who made the OHR RPG CE. Alright. So, unfortunately, you can't, decide what they want. They can only tell you, so sometimes they decide to order the same thing twice. Doesn't happen always, but it can. But it turns out, it looks like we have the right amount of items to give them today. I'm probably not going to, let me just see if that hour shows up. But it doesn't look like I'm going to get anybody new coming in. Let's see, is there any more? Okay. Now, there's no limit on how much you can use the filter, but I may change that. I may make it to where, actually I should do this, to where it just eventually crumbles. In fact, I think I will do that. That sounds like a good idea. So maybe 2 or 3 times. Somebody had something called really used coffee. Okay, so this is just a, I don't know why it's showing the clock. That was weird. So I don't have anything to serve him. So I'm gonna have to just use stuff. So what I may do for him, because I'm using used filters, cups, and well, no, I think I still have new cups. Using used filter and powder, I'm gonna give him 2 cups of cream. So now I'm giving him extra cream, so he shouldn't hate it as much. Wow, he likes old powder. So we have a legit weirdo on our midst. Okay. I was not expecting that at all. So I'm also going to be able to, at some point, we're going to have it so you can make just single cups of coffee, I think. To go back and review my notes. Alright, so he likes the cream, so we'll give him more cream. He's basically drinking cream. Alright, so, this of course helps our reputation a little bit. So if we go and look at our popularity, we find that we're up to 14 now. And our accessibility has also gone up. Reputation has definitely gone up. And you'll see that we have, our copy reputation isn't quite there yet, but our shopping reputation is pretty good. Basically means we haven't stolen anything from them. Persuasion is going to be 20 still because we didn't try to knock anybody out. And then if I go to the customer for Hachiroku, you're going to find that he loves old powder. So, alright, so let's see how we're doing on time here. 1:54. So again, we're probably going to hit dead hour here in a minute. He'll probably be our best customer because he's the one that actually likes our stuff. So right now, as you see, use filters are infinite, but I will probably change that. Yeah, so we're in dead hour now. Alright, so what we'll do is we're going to close. Alright, so right now the best way to close is just to do that until you get the open sign. You'll be able to get the open sign when we access the western regions. And so, because there's nothing else to do, we'll just skip to the cycle. Ignore that. Alright, so this is, alright, so Camdog's our best person right now. So anyway, so that's Entrepreneur at the beginning. Eventually what will happen is you'll actually be able to build relationships. You'll, you'll be able to do a lot with your time, so. Oh, and there's our trainer. Anyway. Alright, so basically we can access the western map. So we want to just go take a quick look over there. So this is the next area. So if we go into the chores shop, this is where we buy all of our items for lawn care and things like that. You'll see that there's a security agent here. There is a security element. Right now, the open signs in this place called Novelties Plus. I will eventually change that to the office shop up here. The office place, rather. I haven't opened it yet, but it looks like a dungeon, essentially. But anyway, that's Entrepreneur at the beginning. And I don't know when I'm going to have it accessible for the public. The main public. It's on the site now where the engine is made, but I don't have it in any of the usual public places yet. Because I got to, again, deal with some I got to make it better first of all, but I also got to deal with some of the commercial elements that I really can't market. So, but anyway, I just want to show you that because I don't talk about it enough, and you might be interested in it. So, there you go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Try out Traveler's Rest if you haven't already, and come back for the next video. Thanks. Bye.